Okay, here we go. Very, very cool. We finished, let's recount what we've done. We finished the relationship with the verbs being in the position of what? So subject who, what, again, what for verbs. Then we talked about counting the verbs, and then we learned how to count the verbs, right? In this position, and then we applied that counting of be, have, and do in the modal to the 7 positions, and we've done that. So we have 2 things left here. We have the adverb and the infinitive. So let's look at the adverb this time. So go ahead and click the adverb. Let's talk about the adverb. The adverb asks how you do something. So do how, right, is the question. How do you do something is the adverb. Do you do it well? Do you do it quickly? Do you do it happily? Do you do it lovingly? Let's go ahead and go next to the next page. So adverbs. Whenever you have that problem, just go ahead and refresh the page. This is technology, okay? So here we go, adverbs. Do is the function. Do how, right? How do you do? Adverbs ask how an action is done. Okay, here we go. So adverbs add information to the action being done. Add plus verb, information plus verb, adverb, add to the verb. So add to the action. They can modify, change, give meaning, power to other adverbs and adjectives too. So they ask how someone or something does, did, or will do something. How an action is done. They tell us where, when, how, why, how often, how much, or under what condition we do things. We can put adverbs in the front, in the middle, or at the end of a sentence, or what we call a clause, which is a group of words. Go to the next page. Okay, here we go. They tell us where, when, how, why, or how often, how much, or under what condition we do things. Here we go. So here I have the 5 W's again, plus how. So who, what, where, when, how, why. And they don't go for the positions. We don't use them in the position who or what. We use them where, when, why, or under what condition, or that's last. I should say first before I should who, what, where, when, how first. How much or how often we do something, or why we do something, under what condition we do something. So where we do something, they ask where we do something, they ask when we do something, they ask how we do something, how much we do something, how often we do something, they ask why we do something, and they ask under what condition we do something. Easy enough. Let's go to this page, next page. Okay. Another way to look at them is with the 5 W's. Where, here, there, in, near, where, okay, when, now, today, yesterday, after, in, how, quickly, loudly, angrily, without doing, okay, without eating, without doing something, okay, and why, to help others in order to do something, right, to learn, in order to learn, because or for something or for some reason, okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, they ask the question where, someplace, something, or somewhere. Let's see here, someplace like, okay, a place. They usually go at the end. He played where? Outside. Where did he play? He played outside. They sometimes go in the front, especially in writing. East of Korea is a sea. Where is the sea? It's east of Korea. Learn these. These are the most common adverbs. Above, around, backward, behind, below, between, down, east, everywhere, forward, here, north, far away, there, nearby, outside, miles apart, south, up, west. Okay, there's a few for you. Here we go. They ask the question when. Go back. That happens. Here we go. Okay, when. When is something, right? So here we go. When? Sometime. Okay, time. When. These usually go at the end. He works when? Daily. They sometimes go in the front, especially if we want to put emphasis to give strength on the adverb, to make the adverb stronger, to make when stronger. Now is the time, for example. Here are some common ones you can learn. Hourly, when, hourly, daily, nightly, weekly, monthly, annually, yearly, before, already, now, today, tonight, tomorrow, first, next, soon, since, yesterday, yet, finally, previously, late, earlier, later, just, recently, eventually, still. Okay. How? Okay, they can ask the question, how? How is something, right? Yeah. Okay. How? Somehow. We're talking about manner. They usually go at the end. He played how? Carefully. How so? Carefully. They sometimes go in the middle if the adverb is not the most important thing or if the object is really long. So he carefully studied the question. How did he study it? He carefully studied it. Okay. Learn these. Abruptly. How abruptly? Angrily, badly, carefully, easily, fast, friendly, gently, happily, hard, heavily, kindly, loudly, neatly, nicely, politely, quickly, quietly, sadly, secretly, slowly, softly, suddenly, and well. You notice that this "ly" is just an adjective with "ly" added to it, makes the adverb. Isn't that easy and nice? Okay. That's a kid's trick, huh? Also, they talk about how, to what degree. So, how much is the question, right? Really, very, and quite usually go in the middle. So, he played very nicely. How did he play? Very nicely. How nicely? Very nicely. Okay. So, a lot and a bit usually go at the end. I visit Korea a lot. How do you visit Korea? How do you visit? You visit a lot. Okay. And learn these. Absolutely, almost, barely, very, deeply, enough, extremely, full, hardly, least, less, practically, most, much, positively, little, quite, rather, simply, completely, so, somewhat, terribly, to, and utterly. Okay. Okay. They also talk about frequency. How often? How often is how frequent. They usually go in the middle. He normally reads. How does he read? He normally reads. Okay. They sometimes go in the front. Eventually, he read. How did you read? Eventually. Always, ever, and never do not normally go in the front. That's something to remember. These are exceptions, if you will. They sometimes go at the end. He reads often. He reads normally. Yeah. He he always reads. Yeah. He never reads. Okay. Go to the next one. Learn these. Infrequently, daily, eventually, frequently, generally, always, occasionally, often, hardly ever, normally, usually, and never. Can also ask the question how. So in this case, the gerund is used, doing. So by doing, by reading books, for example, by the action of reading. The action is something. Yeah. So why? For some reason. So they can answer the question of certainty and obligation. Some go in the middle, like probably, possibly, and certainly. He certainly saw. How did you see? He certainly saw. Others go in the front. Maybe we should ask. How should we ask? Maybe. Yeah. And maybe and perhaps go at the end after a comma. It isn't a good time, perhaps. It isn't a good time. See the comma? Maybe. It could be in the front too. Maybe it isn't a good time. Okay. For viewpoint, your opinion, they usually go at the beginning. Personally, I like it. How do you like it? Personally. They can sometimes go in the middle, especially in formal writing. It is really fun. How fun is it? Really fun. When focusing, yeah, they usually go in the middle. He simply got tired. How did he get tired? He simply got tired. When you're evaluating, judging something, they are often used in the beginning. Actually, I love it. How do you love it? You actually love it. They sometimes go in the middle. This is so fun. How fun? So fun. In speaking, they can go at the end. It never ends. Apparently. You could also say apparently it never ends. It can go in the front there as well. Learn these. Actually, apparently, hence, therefore, really, so, since, thus, because, certainly, consequently, personally, least, but also, so that, and in order to. Okay, good job, guys. There are a lot of verbs in English, and vocabulary seems to be nearly endless. I understand that. This is the bones of the language. These are the ways and means of using that vocabulary. So review them. You probably already know many of them anyway. Look them up, learn them. Vocabulary is useful. Okay. See you in a minute. We have one more thing to do. We have to look at the infinitive, and then we can go to the next part, part 4. Ah. See you soon, in a minute.